One of the biggest questions I get from clients all the time is, what is it like living in Fayetteville, Arkansas? Today we're covering all those different things, so let's not waste a single minute. So let's talk about that. Hey everybody, if you don't know who I am, my name is Phillip Shepard. I'm a local real estate agent located right here in Northwest Arkansas. If you weren't aware, I actually was a real estate broker located in the dumpster fire, the horrible, the godforsaken place of Illinois. Horrible. Decided to move away from there, shocker, I know, and I started looking across all America where the best place to live is in America, literally. And Northwest Arkansas is by far the best place to live in America, by far. If you ever want to meet up and talk, maybe meet for coffee, talk on the phone, etc., and we can talk about all the reasons why I chose Northwest Arkansas versus anywhere else in America. Also, if you haven't been down to Northwest Arkansas quite yet, I made something called the NWA Starter Pack. Sounds exactly what it is. It's literally a starter pack full of all the cool things Northwest Arkansas. What's going on in Bentonville? What's going on in Fayetteville? What are the schools like? What are the hospitals like? All the things you need to know about this area. Package. Ship right to your home. Right to your home. Literally, right to your home. Enter your name below. Enter your address below. Where is this package going to? Let me know with all the information below. I'll make sure they get the package shipped to you right away. Also, side note, it does come with your first free mountain bike, so that's pretty cool. And I know what you're thinking. It is my favorite four-letter F word. Free! So enter your information below and make sure they get the package shipped to you right away. All right, and the first thing we need to talk about when it comes to what it's like living in Fayetteville, Arkansas, and this is probably the overall theme of Fayetteville specifically, is the fact that you just better get used to eclectic things. Now, the thing about Fayetteville is that it's called the Portland of Arkansas. Whether that's a good thing or bad thing, that's totally up to you. But it's definitely eclectic and fun and weird and unique, the whole thing. So there's a lot of weird things in Fayetteville, all the way from like yoga studios on top of mountains to shaman things, all the way down to art stuff, all the way down to heavy business, to college, to bars, to karaoke places, to unique bread shops. It's just all over the board, and it's incredibly eclectic. So Fayetteville is one of those things where you will find a little bit of something of everything. And so that's what makes it so fun and unique in spending time there, is because like you can go down in Fayetteville and you can experience like almost every aspect of a city in one city. Whether you're on the trail system, hitting the bikes, whatever the case is, there are aspects to a lot of different things in Fayetteville, which makes it so eclectic and weird, and they want it that way, which is fantastic. And the second thing you need to be aware of when it comes to living in Fayetteville, Arkansas, things to be aware of, like what it's like living there. And this goes back to a little bit with like Bentonville, like, and really an all-encompassing thing of the whole area, Northwest Arkansas in general, is the fact of just how much time you'll be spending outdoors and outdoor events. And again, I've made videos on Bentonville and Fayetteville, tours, the whole thing about what it's like living here. But with Fayetteville specifically, there are so many events outdoors, specifically to music. They love outdoor music events out in Fayetteville, whether it's over at the parks or this or that, or even if you're going up to Rogers, that's a different city, of course. But it's the Walmart Amphitheater. The Walmart Amphitheater is an open space event thing, whether it's going over to different parts of Fayetteville. Like, there's always music and events going on in Fayetteville. Whether it's even at the library, they spend a lot of time outdoors. Whether it's actually at like the Razorback Trail system, all of the events happen there as well. Outdoors, the football stadium, outdoors. You get the drift. And so one of those things you have to be comfortable moving here with is just being outdoors more. And maybe that's right up your alley. Maybe you're like, I want to spend more time outdoors. Maybe I want to be on the trail system more. Maybe I want to have more events outdoors with friends. That will be very, very doable in Fayetteville, Arkansas. Now, if you're coming from like Phoenix, you're fully aware of what you can and cannot do outdoors in Phoenix. If you're coming from like the outdoors in Chicago or Minnesota, there's a time frame where you cannot be outdoors. Fayetteville and Northwest Arkansas specifically allows for a lot more space to be outdoors, because right now it's kind of like, almost Christmas time, 55 degrees outside and it's sunny. So you can do those things for a longer period of time here in Northwest Arkansas versus a lot of other places in America. Whoa. Before we jump on to the next point, I have something brand new called Instant Home Updates. So maybe you're looking to move to the area and using things like Realtor.com, Zillow.com, or Redfin. Way too slow. Notifications, way too slow. That's why I made something called Instant Home Updates. Sounds exactly what it is. It's like Instant Home Updates. So enter your information below: square footage, bedrooms, bathrooms. Where do you want to move to Northwest Arkansas? Let me know with all the information below. I'll make sure you don't miss a single notification when it comes for homes for sale or for rent, all in Northwest Arkansas. Also, side note, every single Friday I send an email out just kind of talk about all the cool things in Northwest Arkansas. What's going on downtown Bentonville? What's going on in Fayetteville? What's going on downtown Rogers? What's going on in Pinnacle? What new businesses are moving here? What's going on over at the Razorback Inn? What's going on? So many things all the time. All the time. All the time. Enter your name and email below and make sure you get the email every single Friday, just kind of keeping you up to date with all the cool things in Northwest Arkansas. But sadly, side note, you will get a little fear of missing out, a little FOMO, so to speak. But I promise you will be the most informed person at Benchie when you make your way down to Northwest Arkansas. And the third thing you need to be aware of, what it's like living in Fayetteville, Arkansas. And this is the most obvious thing about Fayetteville, and the most, if you ever type in Fayetteville on the internets, this is what comes up. Sports and games are the thing. The brand of the Razorbacks, the football games, the baseball games, the basketball games, the track meets, everything is about the Razorbacks. And, you know, some years the football team does great. Most of the time, the basketball team has been doing great. The track team is doing super fantastic. Sports here run the big part of the show when it comes to the downtown section of Fayetteville. Now, the fun thing is that it allows for a lot of camaraderie, a lot of community. You get part of the whole culture here. It becomes a lot of fun. Even though Fayetteville is a college town, there are still 100,000 people here that live that are not part of the college. They live here all year long. And then 32,000 students come here for quite a few months and then take off. So the city does exist very well without the college, meaning like obviously people and businesses, the whole thing. But a lot of the college, a lot of Fayetteville is based around the Razorbacks, and the fandom is so intense and also a great experience. If you haven't been to a Razorback game, definitely check it out. You will. It's just fun. The fourth and final thing when it comes to living in Fayetteville, Arkansas, is that you're just going to be way more at peace. Now, you're probably thinking, like, what is it? How do you have peace in comparison to like other places up Northwest Arkansas, like Bentonville, Rogers? Bentonville and Rogers are a lot of construction. There's a lot of things happening. Obviously, some of the major corporations exist there. It's a lot of going on there in a good way. It's a very high energy kind of environment. Fayetteville, on the other hand, does have a lot of businesses, don't get me wrong, and has the college, which is always a lot of fun. But Fayetteville's kind of tucked away at the base of the Boston Mountains. You're starting to get in that very tree-heavy, rolling mountain, sleepy, it's not sleepy, but a sleepy town kind of feel. Now, obviously, Fayetteville is 100,000 people. It's a large area. But there's a lot of times you're going to go on the outskirts of Fayetteville. You're going to start going to the rolling mountains. You're going to start going to like the fog in the morning. You're going to start seeing the frost hit the tops of Mount Kessler, on those kind of mornings. So you start getting into this kind of sleepy kind of town feel, but yet knowing there's so much action going on around you. And so moving to Fayetteville, obviously there's a lot of people that live here, but one of the things that just is an interesting thing is how peaceful it is versus other parts. Like maybe it's a lack of construction, maybe meaning like in a sense like Fayetteville's been around for a long time, so it's built out a lot of things. It doesn't have the huge construction things going on like Bentonville and Rogers do. So Fayetteville might just be more put together. Like you go to the downtown section of Fayetteville that are more established since like 1900. The old homes that have been reclaimed and redone. You go by the college, which is over 100 years old, and you just start going over those things. And you're like, wow, this is a very old, peaceful town. And so you're not moving fast in Fayetteville. You have a lot of e-scooters going around. You have people biking. You have people walking. It just seems like a slower, more peaceful part of Northwest Arkansas versus the others. And so when you're entering into Fayetteville like that, you're going to see a lot more peace going on than anything. All right, that's all I have for you guys today. Again, if you are thinking about coming down to Northwest Arkansas, download my 3-day itineraries link below. Maybe you're an adventurer. Maybe you're a sports person. Maybe you're a foodie. Maybe you're a sightseer. Maybe you have kids. Whatever it is. There's a 3-day itinerary link down below for you, so go ahead and download it and use it to get down here. Also, when you do come down here, I can give you the $10 tour so I can kind of show you around the whole area. Plus, you can check out some homes for sale or for rent and see how far your dollar will go in Northwest Arkansas compared to where you're coming from. All right, guys, we'll see you next one.